Hey, good morning or good evening, whatever it is for you. Good afternoon. And today we're going to talk about one of those questions I get asked the most, which is how much should I price my course? Where should I price it and what price point makes sense? So we're going to dig into all of that today. So let's get to it. Can't wait to chat with you.
Welcome to the Course Creators HQ podcast, helping you navigate the latest techniques for creating and marketing online courses. And now, here is your host, Julie Hood.
Hey, welcome to episode number 238. Oh my goodness. Thanks for being here. So glad to have you back. And we're continuing our marketing challenge series with one of the questions that I get most often, which is how do I get the right price for my course and what should I be charging? And probably one of the first things I want to mention is there probably is not a perfect price. There's different prices for different situations and different price points, and then it's very much a game of testing. But I'm going to give you some guidelines and a framework to think about today as you are looking at your price point. And so how do you actually figure out what am I supposed to charge? So let's start here with 3 points. First, what outcome are you providing? We've been talking about that over the past few weeks. So if you didn't catch those episodes, go back and listen to those. Second is think about how valuable is that outcome to your ideal client. And depending on where they are at, it may affect the price. And then what price point feels both aligned for you and doable for them. So when you combine these things plus some more secrets that I'm going to share with you, hopefully you'll get to a price that you're really, really happy about. And stop doing tons and tons of comparison to pricing of what everybody else is doing. Yes, that is one of the steps. Yes, you do kind of want to take a look at what's out there. I'm going to give you a ChatGPT prompt to make this quick, but I don't want this to be a big factor in your decision making about your price. And here's why. Your course can be priced at whatever number it's at, and you will be able to find courses that are $10, $11, and then you'll be able to find $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 courses all talking about the same topic. So what's the difference between all of these? What matters to be able to offer all of these different prices? It's the experience of the course. It's the instructor of the course. It's the outcome. And it all combines together to give the student an incredible experience because of the knowledge and the stories and the things that you share, the energy that you are giving to them. So I want you to own that, and I want you to really, really take that in, because the most important thing, if you take nothing else from this episode, the most important thing about your pricing is that you have to 100% believe in it. Believe in the price. If you're hesitant, if you're like, oh, I'm not sure it's worth this, it comes through when you are talking about it. It stands out, and it really jumps out to people that, ooh, they can feel it, kind of an underlying sense, like, ooh, I'm not sure they believe in it. And that's why, like, for example, my Launchpad coaching, I know if you attend and you show up and you come to the sessions and you bring your questions and you do the assignments that we have each week, I know that you will get your value out of that. It's 6 months for $797, and I am positive that the level of assistance that you're getting, because we keep it a small group, is going to be worth that. And it's probably worth a lot more, but that's the number that I feel 100% confident in and where we are at right now. So I will put that link in the show notes if you want to come join us. We're having a blast over the summer and really helping folks, the folks who are there, moving forward and getting more things accomplished than they did beforehand. So, okay, let's get back to our pricing, which is How do you map this out? What are these secrets around figuring out the pricing? So number one, like I said, you must believe in your price. 100%, no questions there. Number two, I want you to leave room for specials and discounts. So you can have the regular, sometimes the car dealers will call that their MSRP, the regular price. And you can have that selling on your website at your regular price. And then give yourself some room if you want to do a special, if you want to do a discount, if you want to do early bird offers. So give yourself room that you can discount it down when you want to and still have a good price point there. Number three is definitely price the outcome that your students are getting. Not how many modules, not even necessarily the time that they're getting with you. It's that outcome, it's that result. That's what they're paying for, is they want the transformation that you're going to provide on the back end of it. So make sure that you're talking to that and speaking to that, and you're assigning that the value and not necessarily how much how many lessons, how many modules. It wants to be the value of that transformation. So that way, it's not, this course has 12 hours of videos. I don't want to watch 12 hours of videos. I don't know about you, but I just don't have time for that. So make sure that you're giving them the outcome and the results, and that the price point matches that. And then the second part of this, number 4 here, is you want to match the price to where your students are in their journey. So what this means is that, let's say you're working with beginners versus advanced learners. So they need very, very different levels of guidance and assistance. And your pricing really needs to reflect that. So maybe a beginner-friendly DIY course that doesn't have a lot of hand-holding is $97 to $197. But if you have a course that solves maybe a very painful mid-career or business challenge, that they are more advanced, it might be, $500 to $2,000 or more. And so figuring out where your students are on their journey helps you understand how painful it is and how much they're willing to pay to fix the problem, plus how much capital they have in order to fix it. So, for example, a lot of my folks who are just getting started in course creation, they are investing initially. They may not even have any revenue coming in. So that's one of the pieces that we really try to focus on early, is where can you start getting some revenue coming in? Because I want you to be paying for this investment that you made, and let's do that quickly. Number 5 is I want you to use what's called future you anchoring. So what I mean by this is frame the price based on what they are wanting to do in the future. Maybe it's something they're earning in the future, they're saving in the future, they're avoiding in the future. Whatever that future situation is, use that to help specifically talk to the price point. So it helps them get more of X, and here's why you need that future you that has more confidence, more clients, more time, more income, whatever the outcome is in the future. And a really good way to kind of think about this is that they are on one island at the moment, and they want to get to that other really great island over there that has the tropical resort and the unlimited drinks and meals and the spa. So you want to figure out how you're going to get them from one island to the other. What's that process? And so when you're selling you have to make sure, number one, that you know how to get them from the island they're on to the island they want to get to. You have to have that figured out. And we are assuming going into this whole conversation that you have that figured out. And then once you know how you're going to get them there, then you can speak to it and say, hey, it's really great over on this other island. Okay, number 6 is to add a higher tier that gives a more time, higher touch for fast ROI buyers. So everybody's going to have a couple different levels of people. One is the folks that are DIY, that they're going to figure it out and they want to learn on their own, maybe even the cheapest way possible. So just give them the course and let them figure out how to do it. But then you're also going to have the second level of buyer who's like, you know what, I don't mind spending a little bit more to be able to get my questions answered quickly, to make this happen quickly, to have you help me do this and get this done quickly, or to have coaching calls with you one-on-one. There's always a few folks who fall into that camp. So you can then price your levels of your course to help both of those groups. So that you have the basic DIY get started level, and then you have the VIP tier that gets coaching calls and feedback and help from you, and maybe the basic course is $297, but that VIP level is $997. So really think about it, because the VIP coaching can add 3 to 10 times the original course price, so you get extra revenue, and you also are able to help folks get to that outcome a little bit faster. So anytime they can work with you directly and they don't get stuck in their own challenges and their own headaches, when you can come in and like solve it for them, that's worth extra. So when we're talking about pricing, we need to remember to make that worth more. Okay, number 7 is don't be afraid to raise your price after your first time launching. And this is something that I like to do, and the folks who've been with me for a while also recognize this. The first time you see an offer from me, that's going to be the best price. And more than likely, most of the time, the prices go up from there because I get more experience. I change things, I update things, I see where if there's any like bumps in the road, we deal with those. We have things that come up. And so the next group that goes through is getting a better experience, is getting further along. So they get to pay more for that. and also as you're going through, let's say you're collecting testimonials, you're really proving out your results, all of those things increase the value of your course. So you use that in your marketing, and so you could say, you know, this is the lowest price I'm going to offer this at, and that the next time I'm going to raise it, and make sure that you're honest here. That's the only thing. I see a lot of marketers sometimes that will say this and not actually follow through. So that sort of hurts your credibility. So I kind of sometimes will leave it a little bit, what do I want to say? A little bit vague, in that if I'm not sure if I'm going to raise it the actual next time, I will say that. I'll say, you know, I don't know when, but I'll probably be raising this at some point. So, you know, this is the time to get in, that kind of thing. So think about it, and don't be afraid to actually raise your prices as you get better and as you get more focused content. And then the last thing I will leave you with is a ChatGPT prompt that you can use if you want to research what other people are pricing their courses at. So here's the prompt. It says, my online course helps blank so that's who you're helping, to blank, that's your result and your outcome. Research 5 similar courses and share their prices and major selling points. I don't want you to take this too seriously though, because like I said, you'll probably get all the different price points from 27 all the way up to thousands. And then how does that really help you? But where this could be a little bit more helpful is you can see the major selling points. So you can see, for that $1,000 course, what are they doing to add to the value of that? What is the specific features that they're adding? So make sure that you don't take those too seriously, but it is something that it's a quick research on ChatGPT and you're good to go there. So I hope this has helped you really narrow down and focus in on your pricing. I want to make sure that you take the time to think about it, to work through it, to get 100% confident in what you are pricing your course at. And then at the end of the day, you know what? Test. Try it out. See if it works and change up your offers, change up what you're doing, because it's not just the course, it's the whole offer package together. And we'll talk about that in another one of these calls. But for now, I want you to jump in and get the course out there, pick a price, and let's go. Let's see how it goes. So thanks for being here. Have an incredible week, and I appreciate you listening to the podcast. We will talk again soon. Take care.